Hello, and welcome back to PodcastButOutside.
This is the intro for episode 37. We were in Glendale, California. This is a very fun episode. We have a special guest who joins us, a friend and great stand-up comedian, Moshe Kasher.
You want me to
say it with me? Yeah, say it with me. Moshe Kasher.
You should just the last name?
Both of them.
Okay.
Moshe Kasher. He's a great guy, and he's super funny on this episode, and we have some really interesting conversations with some fun folks, which is the point of our freaking show. So, some business.
Some biz.
We have our live show coming up January 20th in LA. Lots of fun friends are going to be there. Guests who have been on the show, random people, and also friends of ours. I'm doing a show on New Year's Eve with Moshe Kasher and other folks in Oakland on January 31st, a New Year's Eve show. December 31st. Wow. So go to rrfilms.com to buy tickets for that. That show's going to be really fun.
Am I going to be there?
I have not invited you.
Okay.
And rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. It helps a lot. I know we have a lot of new podcast listeners recently, so please review us there. Every review is one kiss from our moms.
Yes.
To us.
Theme song is by
Zane Alexander.
Oh, we got that one good.
Well, that's because I did it right.
Nailed it. Yeah.
So Zane's great, and he seems pure of heart.
Uh-huh. His Instagram? Did he want us to plug his Instagram?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't have one.
Oh.
He does.
Okay.
We're not going to say it.
Whoa. Oh, that's right. We're also lifting the ban on bleeping others' podcasts if they're our friends.
If we invited them on the show, they're not our competitors, they're our friends.
Yes.
So we're officially going to lift the ban on saying their podcast. So Moshe has a podcast with his wife called the Endless Honeymoon Podcast. His wife is Natasha Leggero, also a very funny stand-up comedian. And they give people relationship advice, and it's really cool. So go check that out.
Yes, so we're lifting the ban on friends, but if you're just a passerby on the street,
then
you will not be
saved. You will not be plugging your shit on our show. No shit allowed. Okay.
Okay, oh, you have something in your tooth, by the way.
Really? What's in there?
I said that.
No, that's no.
All right, enjoy the episode.
No, I put that there on purpose.
Okay, sure.
It looks good.
Enjoy.
It's bling.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bonus intro. We forgot something.
Speaking of bonuses, we have a Patreon-only episode that we do with Moshe as well. He sat down for another 40 minutes. And so if you want more of our show, support us on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/outside, I think.
Yeah. We'll even include a clip of it at the end.
Yep. $5 a month. You get a bunch of stuff and talk to us and be our friends.
Oh yeah, we talk a lot in the Discord.
Yeah, we have like a chat room. So if you like that, that's what we're offering. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy the episode.
You still didn't take the thing out of your tooth.
I told you it's a bling.
Podcast, but outside. Yeah, it's a podcast that's outside. Andrew's not as nice as he seems. Cole Hirsch will give you $1 to leave when they're podcasting. But outside, let these two men ask you questions. You won't regret it if you met them outside.
Hello, and welcome to Podcast But Outside. Welcome back if you're a returning listener.
And welcome
or
first-timers if you're a first-timer. This is a podcast and a video series on YouTube. My name is Andrew Michon.
My name is Cole.
If you never heard
Hirsch.
If you never heard the show before, the point of the show is for Cole and I to set up a table on the sidewalk and talk to strangers who are walking by. We pay those strangers $1.
Yeah, we have a sign on our table. It says, "Hi, be a guest on our podcast, and we will pay you $1."
We are the only ethical podcast around. We pay all our guests $1 for doing the show.
Yeah.
And we're here in Glendale, California.
We are right between a Warby Parker and, well, I guess directly outside of the Masonic Temple.
The Masonic Temple of Glendale, which I don't know if that's okay that we're here, but we are. And that's just all there is to it.
Well, my grandpa was a Mason.
Is that true?
So was my dad, actually.
Is that true?
I think we'll be fine.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, actually, my grandpa did die. I'm not sure if it was Mason related. So maybe we're not in good hands right now.
Wow. I mean, I feel like hey, you guys want to talk to us?
Hey, my dad's still alive, though.
Okay, well, I mean, not for long with that track record.
But he might have dropped out, so they might be a little mad.
Your dad dropped out of the Masons?
I think he just kind of gradually stopped. I think
once his dad did.
You
can talk to us if you want.
Want to talk to us? Want to make $1?
Right, no worries. Take care. Bye-bye. He works at the Masonic Temple and was okay with us doing this. So we actually are officially the Masonic licensed podcast now because a Mason said it's okay.
Was your grandpa really part of it?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it like the Elks
It's
Club?
a secret society.
Not so secret. Masonic Temple. I see
Yeah, it's
written 5
huge.
times right here.
No, it's huge. But I guess they call it a secret society.
Yeah, emphasis on society, de-emphasis on secret.
And anytime I'd ask about it, both of them would say, if I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Really?
Yeah.
But then your grandpa's the one who died. How ironic.
Right. I think you might have told someone.
Hey, you want to talk to us? Might as
Might
well.
as well,
That's what I
exactly.
like to hear. Might as well.
I see some Masons looking out at us through the window.
Oh, the Masons might be mad. Here you go.
Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. How are you
What's
doing?
your name,
Oh
sir?
yeah, fine. My name is Calvin.
Hey, Calvin.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Great.
Great.
What's your
All is well.
Yeah, where
You
you
want-
headed
you
to?
wanna
Where
put
you
these
coming
on?
from?
I
might
was
be-
just coming from the Armenian Center on Aging.
Center on Aging.
Yeah, I have some community service that I have to finish
Okay.
up, so I go
Okay.
there and I do my community service.
What is
Yeah.
what is the Center of Aging all about?
It's for Armenians. It's the Armenian culture, and
Uh-huh.
One thing about the culture and the center, it's
Mhm.
a lot of what do you call it? Senior citizens come there,
Yeah.
and they what do you call it? They just network.
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 Yeah, community, a community of people,
Okay.
and they just enjoy themselves and.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what's your
Very
name?
My name is Kelvin.
Okay,
Calvin.
Calvin. I remember now. Okay.
I
Cool.
remembered
Great.
the whole time.
I forgot. I'm sorry, but I was focusing on the Armenian. Yeah, this is in Glendale. This is a very Armenian neighborhood.
Yes,
so
yes, very
that's-
much
yeah.
so.
Do you live around here?
I stay in North Hollywood.
Okay.
Hollywood.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
And what are you gentlemen's name? I didn't catch
Oh
your
yeah, I'm
names.
Andrew, and this is Cole.
Andrew and Cole.
Yeah, thank
Hirsch.
you, Calvin.
All right.
Yeah. So, how's life?
Yeah, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. I mean,
I'm happy to hear that.
I recently lost a sister though about 2 months ago.
Oh,
sorry to hear
sorry.
that.
And I had to fly back to Connecticut to bury her.
Oh.
And it was a sad state of affairs, but it's life. And
Yeah.
she had pancreatic cancer, but Colleen, she was a true firm believer in the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Not the musician.
no, not the musician.
Yeah,
No. The creator of the universe.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Creator of all of us,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But I miss her. I think about her quite often because
Oh, yeah.
I was 9 months and 10 days younger than her.
Oh wow,
Okay.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
So we
wow,
were
very close.
We were close. Yeah.
do you have
coming
Do you
up.
have other siblings as well?
Yeah, I have a brother, and I have another sister. Yeah, and my brother lives in Mass, and then I have a sister that lives in Palm Springs area.
Were you
so-
all able to be together for the funeral?
Oh yeah.
I'm
we
happy
were.
to hear that.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
At least you have. Yeah.
Most
I'm sorry to hear about your sister.
Yeah, thank you.
Very sad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It looks like we're getting
we
shut
might be
down.
getting shut down by the security. We'll find out.
It's gonna shut you down.
Yeah, they don't
It's
like
talking
us
to the
doing our
camera.
thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
how's it going?
What's up, man? Well, we're doing
We're
a
talking to
podcast, but
the-
we might be getting shut down right now.
Yeah.
So we're about to find
We
out.
might be being thwarted.
Yeah.
by the
which is
man.
Unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, he's got to thwart us.
Yeah.
You know we are. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Whatever you gotta do. Whatever you gotta do.
He's
Whatever we
just-
gotta do.
He's
It's okay.
just security too.
Yeah.
It's
He's
all, it
not
all
even.
happens.
He's not even the Glendale police.
No.
I know. It's okay though.
Wow.
Do you want to talk to us?
Oh, scoot
No?
over just a little bit. Oh,
they
just
like to interview you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have something great to say. Some words of wisdom.
Just
Pass
past
where?
what?
Past Caruso?
Oh, past Curso. We see by the Neon Art Museum. That's
okay.
okay.
Oh, you're giving
appreciate it.
You're giving them a new location.
We got a new location. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Location is everything. Is it a good location?
Yeah, it's good.
It's a good location?
All right.
Well, thank you. We appreciate
great.
it. All right,
Yeah,
Calvin,
thank
you want to move with us? Or?
Yeah, I'll come. I'll come
Okay,
down.
I want to
with
come
you
with
guys.
us. All right.
Why not?
Podcast, but outside. It's a podcast, but it's outside. Most podcasts are usually made inside it, but this podcast is made outside. Yeah. Podcast, but outside. It's a podcast, but it's outside. With Andrew and Cole.
And we are back.
Kelvin followed us.
Calvin is the first guest to survive a move, which is
Yeah.
pretty exciting, actually.
Usually we lose some men along the way.
Yeah, but you carry your own chair.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I learned to be patient, be willing, and be understanding.
That's
Okay.
good.
Today.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
So is that some of the lessons you've learned in life?
Yeah. This is some of the lessons I'm learning.
You seem like a wise man. That's why I ask. You know?
Well, I'm hoping that, wisdom sets in. I at times felt that I've been foolish at times, and I'm sure I have, but, wisdom will set in after a while. You hit yourself against the wall enough.
You force wisdom on yourself.
Yes, oh yes. Things will begin to open up the mind of your understanding.
Yeah. Huh. I appreciate that. What do you do? What have you done for work in your life?
I'm a car salesman. I really like selling cars. I could basically sell anything, but I'm a salesman. I'm definitely a salesman.
How about you try to sell our podcast right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this side podcast, I would definitely be able to get people to subscribe and start.
Okay.
Paying attention
Yeah.
and watching your podcast. Oh, without a doubt,
how about
because
this?
you two gentlemen seem to be quite articulate, and you're charming, and you're also you have a great demeanor about yourselves. As far as sometimes when I walked by, I was interested already when I saw you two standing. I mean, sitting down. I said, "Gee, I wonder what the gentlemen are up to." And just the mere fact that you're willing to participate in something and draw people in.
All right.
Thank you. I mean, we could say the same about you.
Yeah, I agree. Let's try something, Calvin. Let's just say that me and him are people who don't know this show, and we don't know it's for us, and you're trying to sell it to us. What's this show all about? Why would I watch that? Why would I listen to that?
It's about life and how to really involve yourself in life and have a better life.
I don't know. My life's fine as it is. Why do I need this?
Because it'll help you to understand that your life isn't as great as you think it is.
Oh, really? What are some problems with my life?
I don't know. We'd have to really begin to talk and interview you a little more, and then we'll be able to determine and tell you what best suits you through our show.
Okay, and you think this would be more beneficial than me buying a Subaru?
Oh, of course.
Over that?
Really?
Yeah.
What about a Honda?
You're talking about great vehicles, but this is greater. This is greater.
All right, I like that. All right, we buy it. You made a sale, Calvin. Thank you.
You just sold us our own show.
You sold us our own show. Thank you, my friend.
Right.
I appreciate that.
Wait, okay, so you said you were doing community service?
Yes, I just left the community service work that I was doing a few minutes ago at the Armenian
Right.
Aging
Cool.
Council on Aging. Yes.
Great. Okay. And is the community service, is that something you do is that volunteer work or?
It's volunteer because to be honest with you, I'm doing it for court appointed. It was a part of a old case that I had from a couple years ago. I was selling. Well, they charged me with copyright infringement. I was selling Louis Vuitton knockoff bags.
Ooh, I like this.
But I wasn't
Right.
misrepresenting them. When I take them and show the women, I let them know because of the price and everything. They knew because of the price that the bags weren't authentic, and they wanted them, and that's what I was doing. But unfortunately, in California, they have a law where you can't duplicate anything.
Right.
And so Louis Vuitton got involved. They watched me for a little while, sell them for 30 days, and then they went to the LAPD. The FBI got involved, and next thing I know, I was set up in a sting operation. And
a sting operation?
Yeah. They said they were having a party. This girl, she came in. She bought a few bags from me 3 times, and she said that she was having a stripper party. A lot of girls were coming out of Vegas right there in Woodland Hills. So they had a hotel set up, and
So your night kind of it wasn't what you were
expecting. So you showed up to a hotel with a bunch of bags.
Oh, an awful lot of bags. Yeah. Matter of fact, they even highlighted it on Good Morning America.
No.
Really?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Wow. Was it just you or friends too?
No, I had a friend too. I had a friend with me. Me and him, a partner.
Wow.
Yeah, we were selling bags.
Wait, where were you selling them originally? Out of a storefront or just on the street?
No, just going to different businesses, salons up and down Ventura Boulevard. Well, really all over
You're just
Studio
traveling.
City, Calabasas.
Wow.
Well, I had a little route, after I established a little route. Almost like a paper route, but it was
a
handbag
bag
route.
Handbag route.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
Okay.
I like this story. That's crazy.
Exactly.
So how did the night go of the sting
Yeah.
operation?
Well, it was in the daytime. It was in the afternoon. And we were called, and the girl called who was buying it, but she was an undercover agent at the time, and I didn't know it.
Wow.
And she said there were going to be quite a few girls there, and there was some girls there when we came in with all the bags and everything.
Okay.
And about 20 minutes after being there and bringing bags into the room, that's when the FBI knocked on the door and came in and said, "Put your hands up," you know.
Whoa.
Yeah. What happened to those 20 minutes? They were giving you money and you were giving them
No,
bags?
no. We were just setting up the bags. You know, the funny thing, they had a birthday cake there too, and
What?
the cake with candles, but the cake was a rubber cake. It wasn't even real. They set it up. This was a good sting.
Whoa.
So they used this cake for multiple stings.
Oh yes. Oh
Jesus
yes.
Christ.
Yes.
The old hotel birthday stripper scene.
Yeah.
Sting,
You,
sorry.
Yeah, they got me
Whoa.
in that one. Yeah.
That's incredible, Calvin. That is such a crazy story.
DePaul.
Yeah.
That's sorry.
Yes,
My alma
yes.
mater.
Went to school there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Wait. So did you? Wow. So, what was the girl who set you up in the room as they were busting you?
No, she wasn't. She was supposedly at the airport. That's what she said when she called, picking up another stripper. But they had some, and that's why I told one of the girls, kept asking me. She was a police officer. I didn't know that at the time. She said, "Oh, I need to hurry up and buy a bag from you because I got to get back to." I forgot what she said she had to do, but I told her. I said, "No, you have to wait for the girl who's throwing the party to come and she'll sell it to you."
Right.
You know, so I'm thankful that I didn't sell her anything because they probably would have hit me with a sales charge of some sort. But other than that, they were only able to charge me with copyright infringement.
Oh, so it's just a copyright infringement. It wasn't.
Right.
It would have been worse if it was for sale.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure.
wow.
I'm sure. It
Why
would've
didn't they
been.
try to buy any from you? It seems weird.
Yeah.
No, they did try to buy from me, but I wasn't willing to sell at the time because I thought I had a little integrity because the girl, I thought that she was legit and it was her party, so I wanted her to sell to all her friends. And I was just going to supply the bags.
Man,
Got
this
it.
is. Yeah, I like that. Wow. I'm sorry you got in trouble as it was, but
Wow. Okay. So what were the other repercussions of the copy infringement? Was there a fine?
Yeah, I think they did want me to leave California for 5 years, but
Wait, what?
yeah.
What?
And Louis Vuitton wanted some money back because they said they watched us for 30 days.
Well, how much?
and
did
they're
you
hurt. They're hurting. by
Yeah,
the
they're
way.
they're real.
hurting. They're hurting for money.
Really.
Wait, how much did you make in that 30 days?
Oh, in that 30 days, I'm sure there was some thousands that were made.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, the prosecutor, we eventually found a good prosecutor, which was cool. He said, "You know what? You guys weren't selling drugs. You were only trying to make a living."
Right.
He said, just give me 30 days incarceration. And
Okay.
and I did 28 days for it
Okay.
without having to do any probation. But unfortunately, a year later, I didn't stop, and they came one
You did
more
it again?
time. Yeah, one more time.
Oh, my friend. Wow,
Yeah,
you were
one more
addicted to
time.
the bags.
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's-
Yeah.
And how did you get started in this line of work to begin with?
I started years ago in California when I came out here. I went downtown and I just started buying bags. And then, I'm a salesman, so I know how to buy things and then try to resell them. And, I
Right.
would go into businesses.
You just sold us our own show. I get
yeah,
it.
that's true.
I'd go into businesses, talk to them, and then ask them, is it all right if I show some of their customers? And, if you have a nice demeanor or you approach a person with some charm or charisma or a little intellect or articulation,
Yeah, I understand.
then usually they will accommodate you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I also like to think that I've had favor in a lot of areas as far as, sometimes God will open doors too. I'm not saying that God agreed with the bags and everything, but he knows that they're out here,
Sure, yeah.
They're still out here.
He made all the
Yeah.
bags,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everything he made,
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
And there's no difference between.
Yeah, and
And
God won't file a copyright infringement on
Right,
you.
it's true. Yeah.
No,
That's
no,
why I'm
he
starting to
won't.
do cloning. I do human cloning, kind of.
Human cloning?
Yeah, because I'm trying to be like you, but with
Oh,
people.
okay, with people, right?
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job already. You really
thank
are.
you.
Oh, thanks,
Wait.
man. We
You
really
really are.
appreciate that, Calvin. Yeah.
You really are.
Wow. Okay. So, what was what were your aspirations before, like, bags and stuff? Did you have a route in mind for your life?
Yeah, I used to go to school. I used to go to college. I really wanted to be an attorney. That's what I thought
yeah?
I would become.
Mhm.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I always thought about becoming an attorney. But I never became an attorney. But I have represented myself
Oh, yeah?
at times with
Okay.
this
A little bit of amateur attorney.
yeah,
work.
for sure, for sure.
Amateurny.
Amateurny. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Very cool.
that's
Ha-
a good one.
did-
What brought you to California?
My sister, she lives out here. She's been out here since '84.
In Palm Springs, you said, right?
Yeah, well, she's lived in North Hollywood,
Okay.
and she just moved down to Palm Springs a couple years ago.
Hmm.
But I came out here a couple of times, and then I finally said, I'm going to make a geographical change, and I, tried to plant a flag out here.
Yeah.
But I like it out here. The weather's beautiful.
You were in Connecticut before this?
Yeah, Connecticut.
Yeah.
A little bit of Martha's Vineyard. My mom lives in Martha's Vineyard. Was up there for a while. I had a little store up there at one time. Little clothing store.
Okay.
Do you, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but sometimes you make the wrong choices in life, and I've made some bad choices in life, and it costs me some consequences, to my detriment. Right. But I'm on the comeback trail right now.
Yeah, what do you see in your future?
What do I see in my future? I see trying to do something great for God, because you know what? I believe He's tugging at my heart about this homelessness situation, because when you look around and you see all this homelessness, I see. And I look at people, or He has me looking at people like human debris, human litter, just like regular
really
litter.
Sad.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I'm afraid that homelessness anywhere is a threat to homelessness everywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of people in those suburban areas think that, oh, well, no one's going to be camping out on my street. But you know what? How do we know for sure?
I know.
The way that homelessness is just sprouting up.
It's sparked
among the on the earth,
And there's no. I've heard lots of different proposed solutions for it, and I don't know if any of them would work. It's just it's a societal thing. It's a systemic thing.
No, it is. It's a societal, but we need as people to just, the people who don't have a heart for people, to just come to some type of compassion.
Yeah.
And something can be done. Hey, they put the Indians on reservations, didn't they? Why don't they just find areas of land and say, okay, listen, if you want to live homeless, this is what you like to do. We have a place over there. Somewhere, I mean, make nice places
if they like
for
to
them.
do it.
But it's tricky though, because it's like, if you're a homeless person and someone says, "Oh, we have a patch of land for you in the desert," it's like, no, they want to live in a city. It's like that.
Well,
that's their lifestyle.
We could create a city for them.
Yeah,
we could create a city. Why can't we create a city? You could create whatever.
Yeah, but then it's also like that feels like kind of weird too, because you're like putting them in some like separate colony. I don't know. It's just strange. And the most interesting part about it to me is that homelessness isn't. It's not an innate quality in a person. It's someone who's down their luck, and then they become homeless. And a lot of people in this country are one paycheck away from becoming homeless themselves. And it's really tricky.
No, it is. It really is tricky, but it's something that needs to be addressed.
I agree with
because
that.
It can be addressed.
Right.
It can.
I agree with that.
It's going to take compassion.
Right.
A lot of compassion. It's going to take the force of God to move on people's hearts.
Yeah.
To help the next person, the neighbor, to really help them. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting.
Any final thoughts?
Well, what are you doing for money right now?
Right now, I just do odd jobs here and there.
Okay.
I help my sister out a lot. Then I have a woman in North Hollywood. She's an artist. She has some property, and I go and I do work for her there. Unfortunately, I lost my sales license because of that copyright infringement on my car sales license, but I'll be getting that back soon. So once I get that back, I'll be able to get back in the car sales
What
business.
type of cars?
Well, just used cars.
Used cars, yeah.
But you know what? I was in Palm Springs the other day, and I saw down in Palm Desert, they have some really nice dealerships on Route 111. So I might even try to go down there and see if I can get in one of those nice, fancy.
Stay with your sister for a little bit?
Yeah, for a little while. Go down there. Yeah, because it's a nice area down there. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a nice area. I mean, it's nice all over. But down there, I just a change, and I could just see the opportunity. Like California's still opportunity. It's modern day gold digging. You just don't have the axe and pick anymore. You just have to use your brain and do things like that nature.
I agree.
Yeah. Wow. Very cool. Well,
you're an amazing guest, Calvin.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, gentlemen.
We really appreciate it.
Giving me the opportunity to sit down with you and
you're very interesting.
And to talk to you. And I wish you success. I wish you well.
Thank you so much.
We
you have a great day.
No, we have to pay you, and we have to give you a sticker.
Oh, I wasn't looking for it.
No, we have to. We are ethical. We like to pay everyone $1. We have to do it.
Yeah, we're the first.
It's our rule.
Podcast.
It's our only rule.
Yeah.
Here's $1 and a sticker, Calvin. Is it Kelvin or Calvin?
Calvin. C-A-L-V-I-N.
Okay, Calvin. Okay, got it.
Thank you, buddy.
Calvin, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, and you guys have a great day.
Thank you.
so much.
You too.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Yeah,
you
Blessed
too.
New Year to you.
Blessed New Year to you as well. Yeah,
Thank you.
Take care, Calvin.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too, sir. You too. Enjoy your day out here in Glendale.
Well, thank you.
Hey, we really
Of
appreciate it,
course.
man. Yeah, you be well. Love Calvin.
Loved him. Kind of want a bag.
I wish I could get a bag from him. Oh, you gotta go this way? All right. Respect. See you, Calvin.
See
Take
ya.
care. Bye-bye.
It would be funny if 20 minutes later, we look down the block, and he's set up at his own table that says Podcast But Outdoors.
He does a fake version of our show.
Yeah, knockoff.
And he's surrounded by strippers. He's selling it to strippers.
With fake cakes.
With fake cakes. The fake cake is such a funny touch because it's like they're like, we're not gonna buy a cake every time.
Yeah.
We're gonna use it. Like I would love in a movie when it's like it's a movie version of that, and he walks in, he's like, I'll have a slice of cake. And they're like, oh, just wait a minute. Let's buy some bags first. He's like, no, I'd like a piece of cake right now. And they're like, no. And then he smashes the cake. It's rubber. He's like, I knew it. He freaking shoots them all up.
Wow. That'd be good.
That'd be great.
Oh, wow. I know this.
You know these people?
Yeah, that's Matt. I was on his podcast, but it was never released because the audio was jacked up.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his deal?
He's a great guy. He's a great friend.
Really?
Yeah.
A great friend, you say, huh?
Hi, Matt. Hi, Sadie. How
guys
are
wanna
you?
Sit down, I guess, for a second. Come sit down, Sadie.
Come sit down.
It seems planned, but it's not. We actually do have a friend who's coming by later that is planned, but this is not planned. My friend Moshe Kasher is going to come by.
Hi, Matt. Matt Royale.
Jesus.
Wow, this is cool.
Sadie.
Hello.
We know
this
Sadie.
is actually my favorite color. This little mic
green?
poof.
That's perfect.
That's
This
amazing.
is a good setup.
Thank you.
That's what it's all about. Hey, Matt, how are you?
You had a better
Good.
setup.
We've never met.
Yeah, Andrew.
This is Andrew.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Matt.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet
Sadie,
you.
Andrew. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you both doing?
Wow. Good.
Yeah,
We were just
pretty good.
deciding what we're going to do with the rest of our day.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to keep you here for
Here you
about
are.
4 hours, so
Yeah,
you're
is that cool?
set. You know, it's all
I'm pretty
locked.
good at getting out of things.
No, not
Yeah.
going to happen here.
I run.
You're How are you doing, Matt?
Good.
Good. Wait, do you live around here?
No.
No. What
Not
are you
at
doing
all.
What are you doing
we
out
bought
here?
we bought a candle.
Oh.
What are y'all doing out here?
Our show.
What is the attraction? for
You
this?
guys, we've been following you guys for a
Yeah,
while.
We've been waiting for you guys.
We've been
to
waiting
come
for you
by.
guys, yeah.
Just knew we were going to be walking down this path at this
No,
time.
this is just a good location. I mean, you know, we look for spots where there's going to be people walking by and where we're not going to get shut down. And we were shut down earlier in front of the Masonic Temple, but then we just moved.
Yeah.
We moved
Yeah.
this way a little bit.
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
happen. We just talked to a really interesting guy who got in trouble for selling fake Louis Vuitton bags. He got
Oh.
arrested.
So he got arrested
He
for
told-
copyright.
They arrest people
He had
for
a
that.
sting. It was a
Yeah.
sting
It was a sting
operation.
operation.
I mean, just watch the episode. You will eventually.
I
Well,
was
now we
just
have to
I was
watch
just
it.
working with the people at well, maybe I shouldn't say where they are. Can you believe that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just working at the with people at the and they
Yeah.
said that they started out acting for those sting operations
Ooh.
where
Really?
they would like
These are actors.
they were actors and they would get hired by detective companies
Wow.
to act like
Mm-hmm.
Snitches.
yeah,
No.
Well,
they were snitches.
Wow.
My friends, a couple of my friends in high school, they got into confidential informant work. So they drive around with police officers. They're underage,
What?
and they try to buy drinks at bars. And then if
Wait,
they
were doing
if-
this in high school?
yeah, if they get served, then they're mic'd up and everything.
Freaking
they,
narcs.
They ride on an undercover
That's
police cars.
trash.
How much were
And
they getting paid?
Not a lot.
I wouldn't do that as ever a kid.
It sounds fun.
It sounds fun as a kid, but then
Yeah.
Did they
just to
feel
be an
morally?
asshole.
Did they feel morally bad about it though?
eventually they started to. Once they got older, they're like, "Oh, I shouldn't have done that."
Because what
Because it's cool. It's like I'm in an undercover police car. I get to.
When I was in high school, I used to
Yeah.
shoulder tap, where we would just be on the street and we would just ask random people, not shoulder, like that's what we would call it. We would just say, "Hey, will you buy us alcohol?" We got alcohol every time.
Really?
And I'm just thinking, like now I'm older, I'm like, I would never buy a kid alcohol. If they
Right.
asked me to buy them
I've-
alcohol.
I've been asked and I was like, fuck off.
Dude, we used to,
Yeah,
every
I've
time we'd
never-
always get every time we wanted alcohol, we'd just ask enough people, we'd eventually get money. Or sorry, we'd eventually get alcohol.
Money.
And
Yeah, they just give us
Freudian
money.
slip.
Yeah, yeah.
they would take you out later for
No, we
more
would often
things.
like offer to buy them a drink, too.
We're
talking like-
you didn't say hi, I'm a child.
No. We would be out in front of a liquor store, and people would be walking in, and we'd say, "Hey, will you buy us some beer?" And then we'd give them money, and then we'd say, "Oh, and get yourself a beer too." And then we'd buy
Oh,
them beer.
I see.
we
It
did
wasn't like when I become of age, I'll pass
Oh
this
no.
on.
Yeah, they wouldn't need that. They wouldn't need that.
I'll find out more.
But no, it was pretty. I'm surprised how often it worked and how I would never do that as an adult.
Well, what would be your going rate? Like, what would be the minimum that they'd have to pay you to get them like a can of beer?
I probably wouldn't. I would because
You'd
I
be
worked.
suspicious.
I'd be. I worked
Yeah.
at a grocery store, and that was the thing that people they were like, watch out for the ABC, because they're
Yeah.
gonna come.
Yeah.
Always ID, right? Because what that does is number one, it gets that person fired,
Right.
and then they get a citation.
Mhm.
So you're fucking with a person's life who's making
It's an individual rather than the
minimum wage.
company.
Right.
Yeah, no. The company's. It's not the company's fault. It's not Kroger's fault.
Oh, they don't get in trouble at all.
No.
Wow.
They just fire that kid or elderly person. So
Yeah.
I was always very suspicious. I would never do it.
Right.
Yeah. No,
What's your rate?
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
I would
either.
absolutely not do it.
I feel like you have a number.
No. I couldn't.
There's too many hidden camera shows.
Yeah, that's the thing is I would be like, couldn't trust it.
John Quinones comes out.
Yeah. I'd have to make at least $10.
I'll pay you $10. There's a Bevmo right there. I'll pay you $10 to buy me a beer.
But you're of age.
Yeah, that's
the
no
thrill's
fun.
gone.
Yeah, actually, I will buy you a beer.
Where's the
Wait a
risk?
second. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pay you $10 to buy this kid a beer.
That's a baby
Is
in
there
a
a
stroller.
kid?
Yes, exactly. That
Oh.
baby.
That's
I want you
good
to buy that baby a
Actual
beer,
baby.
and you have to pour the beer down the baby's
He
throat,
seems ready for
and you have
it.
to move his throat so he definitely swallows it all.
It's a she.
It's also aggressive.
I actually don't
It's-
see gender.
Oh.
It's
I just see babies and they need to
it's
get
a
drunk.
she.
It's a she.
That's the good way to high road someone.
Yeah.
It's a she. Oh. How long have you guys been out here?
Days. No, half an hour.
Yeah.
And you record for. This is not an interesting question for the podcast.
No, we can
but
we can pull back the curtain. We usually record for about an hour. If things, sometimes we record for longer if it takes a long time to get guests, and then we cut some of that stuff. But for the most part, we leave everything in.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
you do have planned guests, or do you just find people
We
on the
sometimes
street?
have planned guests. Most of the time, we do not. But today, we have a friend who's going to come by.
A friend, huh?
Yeah.
How many times do people that you know accidentally walk?
Pretty
up?
damn
Pretty
often.
a lot.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
both know
happened a
enough.
few
We both
times.
know enough people that it happens a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool,
Yeah,
actually.
it's kind of fun.
I clocked this from
A mile away.
pretty far away.
Yeah.
But not far enough away to where
To avoid
you were
us.
looking already.
Yeah. I think I
Yeah.
noticed you first.
Yes.
There was
If you-
definitely like an understanding with y'all's eye contact, and then he made eye contact with me and was telling me the situation.
It's gonna
was like,
happen.
It's happening.
Sadie goes, "What's this?"
All
Here
right.
comes Moshe, so we'll just.
Oh wow. You should bump us for sure.
Oh, right.
We'll just.
Please.
Talk to them for 2 more minutes, then we'll have you walk up.
No, please bump us for Moshe Kasher.
Yeah.
This is
We'll finish it.
I'm a huge fan, by the way.
Oh, we got a good fan. Yeah, okay.
The
All right.
real guest
Okay.
is here.
And
Yeah.
we have our friend who's a guest who's here, and and we have a friend who's a guest who's going to show up.
A familiar, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know him at all. He doesn't know me.
I don't know him.
All right.
I don't really know.
No,
a
we should
lot
get
of
that thing where you
people.
say you're a fan of his. That kind of hypes him up in a way.
This next guy walking up on the street, I am a huge fan of.
We'll get you on. That's our planned guest. We'll get him
We're-
on in a second.
He's going to Home Goods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're swapping errands.
So what are you guys
Yeah.
doing? What are you guys doing for the rest of your day? Oh, you can walk in front.
We're gonna actually go to Phil's Coffee.
Okay.
Ooh.
Enjoy.
It's right
Yeah.
next to the Masonic Temple. Tell them we say hi.
I
You
will.
want to hear a funny story about the Phil's coffee here? Actually, I'll tell it with
I don't know,
I'll tell it
Joey.
with our next guest.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow.
I'll have to watch
He was
that.
there.
You
Rude.
left us on a cliffhanger.
He was there when I
would
discovered
say.
it. He was there when I discovered it.
Discovered what?
Wow.
There's something
The
funny
coffee
about this
place?
Phil's coffee. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to
now
hear
you have
about
to tell
it.
them. Yeah. I guess you'll hear about it in 2 months.
You'll hear about it.
Is that how backlogged you are?
Yeah, we're pretty backlogged
That's
right now.
great. Good for you.
We're gonna
love
give you
it.
each $1 and say
Oh, I
thank you for
forgot.
sitting.
You get paid.
You get paid and you get a
We're
sticker.
the
Now-
first ethical podcast.
Is this a real thing?
Yes,
Am I
this is-
really getting
I
$1?
do remember
You're
this.
really getting $1.
Do you?
Here you go.
Do I have now? Do I have to claim this?
Yes, you do
Yes.
have to. We will follow up with your
I have to
taxes.
send up.
We will
okay.
follow up with the
Yeah.
person on the government who's in charge of your taxes.
Yeah.
We will
Oh, I
follow
guess
up with
because
them.
technically this is
This is-
over the table.
no.
Yeah, well.
Well, it is.
It's
over
it is correct. It is
It's
no
over the table.
No, over is
No,
better because then we
there
have
you
to.
You guys are. Yeah, I think it has to come over. The
Yeah,
table.
over the table. Do it over the table.
You
Okay.
guys stepped on my bit. No sold it.
It's okay. Thank you,
Ladies and
Matt.
gentlemen, it's
All
comedy
right,
podcast.
Thanks for stopping by. We
It was
appreciate
fun,
it. Yeah.
thank you.
Nice to see you both.
This is cool.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah,
Thank
it's a
you.
good sticker. Yeah, you can buy them on our website.
Thank
Okay.
you guys for
See you
sitting
guys.
down.
Bye bye.
Bye, Matt.
Bye bye.
I love you.
See ya.
Bye, Sadie.
Bye bye.
Adios.
All right, and here's our planned guest. Come on in, whichever side you want.
Hey, Moshe.
The wonderful Moshe Kasher. He's a podcast pro.
I'm nervous though.
No, you're doing great,
Kind
man.
of guys are kind of doing this guerrilla style.
We got kicked out already of the Masonic Lodge.
Oh, the Masons came and kicked you out?
Yeah, they really did.
Oh, wow. You don't want to get on their bad side.
What's up
actually.
with the Masons?
Yeah, what do you know about
What do you
him?
know about them? Tell
Well,
us everything you know.
Well, I know that they began in 1642 and that the founder was James Alcaster, not similar to Acaster, but it was Alcaster who actually went on to become also the founder of the Elks Club when he was kicked out of the Masons for sort of trying to bring sorcery and stuff like that into the...
Oh, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so
sorry.
you left again right after you...
Right. No, keep going.
Anyway,
this is serious, dude.
Yeah, it's...
I'm sorry, actually.
So anyway, James... What did I say his last name was?
Alcaster?
Alcaster, yeah. He was sort of the first Mason, and of course he was a bricklayer himself.
Oh, okay.
But he was also into some sort of, he also created sort of divine buildings as well.
Divine ones?
Yeah, like sort of buildings in the sky or whatever.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Like airplanes?
Yeah, like airplanes in the
Okay,
sky.
so he built
yeah.
airplanes in 1640.
Yep, and that's why they have a bad rap about like having mystery to them, because they actually invented the airplane 200 years before the airplane was actually.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could walk by.
Ooh, I want him.
Oh yeah,
Wait, do you ever see people walk by and you're like, ooh, juicy?
Yeah, we say yummy, actually, is what we say.
Oh, is that right?
We do say
Wait, that's an ongoing meme
We
here?
do say yummy, actually.
Oh, interesting. I said juicy then.
I know,
it's kind of similar.
It kind of fits.
I'm more of a drink, as you can tell, I'm more of a beverage guy than I am.
You got
your Phil's
coffee.
Hey, how's it going? You want to talk to us?
Want to talk to us? We'll pay you $1.
No worries.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm tempted.
Okay, you're almost... Yeah.
So close.
She wanted it.
Yeah, she's a little juicy.
Yeah, no, yummy.
Yummy.
Oh, right.
Well, that's kind of a complicated way.
It is kind of complicated.
When she's like a girl, you go like,
I know.
yummy.
Well, we only mostly do it for guys. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so for a guy, it's more like juice. For a girl, it's more like
it's more
juicy.
juicy. But their butt might say juicy, and that you can maybe get away with it that way. Like their butt said it. What am I supposed to say?
Yeah. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Oh, do you ever have any people that are non-juicy? Like where you're like,
there's
not yummy.
There's a certain type.
It seemed like that happened with those guys. You guys kind of looked at him and like, not yummy. No.
Oh, this guy's actually looking kind of. Eat Buffalo Wild Wings right here.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? You want? Yeah, have a seat. You got time? Gotta be at work. I gotta be at work. All right, take care, man.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
He works there.
I got fired from there.
A guy just died at a Buffalo Wild Wing.
I know. I sent him the link.
I got fired.
Yeah. We just talked to a guy. I mean, I guess I shouldn't bring it up. Well, we can cut this if we need to. But the first guy who sat down, he got arrested selling Louis Vuitton handbags in a sting operation. He told us the whole story. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Have you ever got in trouble with the law?
Yeah, I've been arrested a few times. I've been arrested a bunch of times.
For what?
Whoa. He had kind of a rough upbringing.
Yeah, when I was a kid. Yeah,
really?
I've been arrested. The local beat cop in my neighborhood. You want to ask her? Is she yummy? The local beat cop in my neighborhood knew me, first and last name basis. Knew my mom. Had come over to the house for a visit.
Wow.
That's how much trouble I was in, and also how white I was.
Right.
So people hated me, but also was like gonna down a stage an intervention, and that's just,
right. That's funny. Yeah. Knew you as a name and didn't know you as just like a.
His name was Officer Joe Carranza.
Okay.
That's the real name, not like James Alcaster.
So tell us about these arrests.
Well, hold on. Let me tell you this thing.
Okay.
When I finally got my act together, I was about 6 months sober, and there was this old bum in my neighborhood that always would be like passed out on the sidewalk, and I was kind of feeling myself, and I walked by Officer Joe, and the bum was on the ground, and I was like sober, so I kind of had confidence. I was like, "Hey, Officer Joe," and he pointed at the bum who was passed out on the sidewalk, and he goes, "You see that? That's going to be you in 30 years.
Wow.
I was like,
wow.
Not a great
Not
police
good.
community interaction.
Right.
Arrests.
But here you are almost 30 years later, and you're not that bum.
That's true.
Yeah.
Moshe's been sober a long time. He's got a kid.
Yeah.
Life's kind of coming up.
Yeah, everybody with a kid has a pretty together life.
Yeah, that's true, actually. That is notoriously the truth. Just go to Walmart.
Whoa, a dad who vapes.
I'm actually in you're in the Facebook group?
Dads who vape.
Dads who vape? Yeah,
No.
Christian dads who vape.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Dads who vape.
Yeah, I actually got added without my consent to a vapors' rights group on Facebook.
Whoa.
Like when the whole vape thing, like the whole lung disease thing started happening,
Right,
like all the vapists.
And they're like, it's our right to die. We have a right to die.
But they all they're all like really paranoid and freaking out about like the government. Which, by the way,
you too, right? I mean,
I don't know if I'm freaking out, but I do think that the anti-vape hysteria is mostly just the government looking for something to. I mean, look, vaping's bad for you.
Sure.
But I think that the government and the media wanted something to talk about, and this thing was like close enough.
It's interesting. Like, I think vaping is just like it's enough in the zeitgeist as a thing that people are talking about, and so it just like kind of caught on. Whereas it's like how many people die of alcohol every day? How many people die of cigarettes every day?
Well, I think part of it is that kids do it.
Right.
And kids definitely do it.
But kids also do both of those other things.
Well, I
That's
think
true.
the problem is when vaping came out, everyone was kind of like, it's perfectly safe and there's nothing wrong with it. And
Yeah.
then now people are kind of like, well, it's a little bit of a vice, so there's some danger there.
Yeah, but I mean, the specifically the vape issue is it's these fucking like backwater moonshine weed distilleries
totally.
that are making
Totally.
putting vitamin E in their THC. But I just feel like the media was like, we've been wanting to do a story about how
Right.
this sucks for long enough. We'll just take. So it feels very much like Reefer Madness kind of vibes.
Right. It's kind of like vaping kills as opposed to like a very specific type of illicit vape bought at this place.
And maybe it does kill, but
Yeah.
it remains to be seen. I got a yummy right here.
You want to sit down? You want to talk to us?
All right,
yeah.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, he had a feeling. This is great.
I have a feeling. Hey, I want to plop this on. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? What's the topic today?
Well,
What happened to your toe?
What happened
Yeah,
to your
grab
toe?
that mic. Obviously, that's all we want
This
to
is the
know.
first
is,
topic.
yeah, I mean,
You're wearing a
what's
flip
up with your
flop.
toe?
He's got
and you have
something
a
up with his
bandage on your
toe.
toe.
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys start me off with the most interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
topic.
It's that, and then you got to go, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shoot.
Toe and go.
Well, if that's the case, I'm only going to tell you the brand of the bandage I'm using.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, actually, I stepped on a piece of glass.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, believe it or not.
I believe it. I believe it.
He believes it.
Despite all the X-rays I took, not one of them showed a positive result for glass. However, the blood and swelling was
Wait,
a clear
so
indication.
did
They,
they like?
got us the glass test.
Yeah.
Did they kind of not believe you?
It was like well, actually, incidentally, they took a number of X-rays on my foot, which I clearly thought was already a lot for a small piece of glass. They took
Well, if it was a small.
If it
piece of
was,
glass,
yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest.
it could have
We
been
don't
a
know,
piece
we don't
of-
know.
I don't know anything, but yeah. So they took all these X-rays, and evidently the one angle that would show it, which is like a lateral X-ray.
We know
of
that,
the
yeah.
Yeah.
pinky toe
We know
side
that, yeah,
was
we know
the
that.
one X-ray missing.
What?
Out of the whole
Whoa,
roll, and I was sitting there-
conspiracy.
yeah, conspiracy. I was like talking to this nurse, like it was like a ghost phenomenon. I was just like, yeah, oh, okay, so you see, I'm cut, I'm bleeding. There's something in there, and they're like, no, the X-rays don't show. And I finally wrapped my head around it. I was like, well, you're missing the one exact shot that would show
Right.
anything, but. My words, fell on empty.
So is there still glass in
Whoa.
there then?
It came out by itself.
This is kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
Wait, it eventually came out, so they were
It
wrong.
it just came out.
Oh, you saw it come out?
Yeah, I saw it.
Did
come
you
out.
nut super hard?
Dude, it was the best feeling ever. It was a big It was like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. So, anyways,
Wow.
What's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon. Okay.
Brandon. Hey, Brandon.
He's Cole.
Cole.
I guess we could do it. Yeah.
Me too.
I'm Andrew. That's Moshe.
Hey, man.
You guys seem like you're having a lot of fun.
No, we
Yeah,
are.
it's been
It was
fun.
just funny because you were like, "Hey, what's your name?" And then you pointed to Cole to do the introducing part, and you're like, okay, all right. I mean, I guess usually Cole does the shaking hands.
Oh yeah, no, actually, yeah, I've been here the whole time.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I see you're playing chess on your phone. Are you playing against someone or a computer?
Yeah, I actually took on a computer.
Took on a computer.
It's much like a conspiracy. Yeah, I downloaded the Ribka software, which I mean, I don't know if you guys are allowed to mention brand names.
No,
Scratch
say
that.
it.
The only thing we're not allowed to talk about is like sort of X-ray technology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so no,
Yeah.
That's gonna get cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
already out.
It's gone.
No one's ever gonna understand what's happening with your toe in the video.
But yeah, okay, so thanks for that. Okay, but yeah, eventually I figured out these computer players are really they're really taking advantage of me here because
really?
because they kept screwing me over. I kept feeling like they were taking extra moves on me and stuff. And of course, you can't really ask the other person like, "Hey,
You think they're taking extra moves?
I take a sip of my coffee, I look back, and I go, "No, that's a second move." Like, whatever. And you're talking to a computer player, and you can't really do anything about it. So eventually, I take the hints that they offer, right? And I'm sitting there going, "Okay, well, you're so great. You beat me every time. At least offer me a move. And why haven't I beat you with these hints?"
Right.
Let me just stop from that standpoint and go, wait, what's going on? I'm taking your advice,
Yeah,
and I
think-
can't beat
Yeah.
you.
Think of the messenger. Who are the hints coming from? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly. So, okay, so there's a double standard here, obviously, right? Because the moves they're offering me from its own engine
Mhm.
is not offering an avenue of victory.
Wait, you think that the technology in the app that you're playing on is giving you tips that are not actually tips because they want their computer to win?
Yes, it's a one-sided computer that wants to self-perpetuate itself when it's not real. It's
Yeah.
a computer.
No, but doesn't what it really want-
It's an ego-driven game, is what you're saying?
I mean, doesn't what it really want is for you to keep playing
Yes,
the app?
exactly.
It's a brainy,
exactly.
yeah. It's a whole god.
So
complex.
you want confirmation that there's two separate brains that are giving
Yes.
one brain giving you the
for
hints
the hints
and one
and
brain
one brain
playing.
playing. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, so I picked it apart. I eventually switched sides on the board and had it play itself in a lot of these exact scenarios.
You did that really?
Yeah. First I isolated the hints the multiple hints. Sometimes I press hints, they give me different moves than they give themselves.
Yeah.
Because obviously I would win eventually, right? So I figured they're giving me hints different than how they're playing. I picked that apart, and then I switched sides in the same exact positions, and I figured out how it would beat me on the opposite end of that, and I found different moves again. That did not exist in the first
It's kind of
place.
interesting because if I was to use an analogy of the game you're playing with this computer, I'd say you're kind of in a chess game with a chess match with this
And
guy.
I'm not even taking it seriously, and there I am sweating and getting frustrated like on a bus, trying to play it nonchalant because it's by myself. And
Right, you don't want to get all thirsty.
and then eventually I'm getting upset, and I stopped. I was like, I must be upset at myself. Anyways, I ended up beating it straight shot, flawless victory, no
Wow.
hints, anything, 2,600.
Oh, hell yeah,
Whoa.
2,600.
Which
That's
is
the
like-
perfect
yeah.
score.
Oh, yeah, that's when you bowl a perfect game?
Yeah,
is
that's
that
a
right?
perfect game.
Yeah.
And a perfect SAT score, too.
Wait, what does 2,600 mean?
2,600. It's like it's a theoretical rating because it's not human, but I mean, it's not to put down computers or anything.
It seems like you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No offense to any computers out there.
No, don't come after me, Bernie. No, seriously.
Would you like a tip to save your own life? He's like, okay, I'll take it. Oh, you're dead, bitch. I was the murderer and the tip giver.
I used to get so excited. I'm a huge nerd. In college,
Really?
I was in the chess club. Yeah, I built up my own rating, my chess rating on chess.com.
You
Oops.
can
You
say
can
it.
say
It doesn't
chess.
matter.
Okay, children, if you look up chess, there's no such thing as chess.com.
No, they're going to
No,
send a
just kidding.
cease and desist from the lawyers over at chess.com.
Yeah.
All these semi-pros and professional players, I guess there's a rating standard
Right.
that's just kept throughout. The chess world
Yeah, yeah.
itself. And so I used to get really excited about my rating, and I would get really anal retentive when I would play new players, and my rating would drop substantially, and I would build it up slowly like an ant.
Are you still on there now?
I'm still on there, and
I got to check it out. It's one letter off from my favorite website, which is chess.com.
Yeah.
Which is,
Chess.
I'm
Oh,
always
yes.
going to chess.com.
Yes,
yeah.
O-C-H-E-S?
Oh,
chess.
Chess.com.
No,
yeah.
mine
My
is
favorite-
chat. Yeah, it's
my,
chess. The
our
one
favorite
ass.
website
Yeah.
is also
Chess.
chess.com, but it's a different website.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that Chase? Is that
No,
like
it's
for
C-H-E-S.
No, but is
Yeah.
that like Che apostrophe?
It's our buddy Chess, and
Okay.
he has a
Yeah.
website.
Really?
It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
So anyways, back to the rating.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I was going to make a great point that
Okay,
the
yeah.
2,600 rating actually is supposed to indicate a professionalism, but the computer player obviously doesn't share that opinion.
Oh.
Wow.
Are you, do you play humans a lot or no?
Yeah, sometimes I'll sit down and play old guys. We're in Glendale, so
Right.
it's a pretty decent chess community.
You know what they call the way you're wearing your hat in Italy?
It's
I wear my hat like that too. Sometimes I like to let a little puff out, like that.
Okay.
Call it a kiss catcher.
a kiss catcher.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what you got going on with your hair right there. Is a kiss catcher. And if you don't mind the real
'cause you
theme of
can
this
kiss.
podcast, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, so you get our guests to kiss.
Yeah,
each
we
other.
try to kiss guests.
Oh, yeah, that's what we
Um,
try to do.
Is
yeah.
this a real podcast, by the way?
Yeah, this has all
Yeah.
happened, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
recording it though, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And video, too.
Well, what do you think the idea would be if it wasn't a real podcast?
Testing gear.
Testing.
Somehow or another, just
It's a prank.
trolling a prank. Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
like, even that would be recorded, though, right?
Yeah, but I find it funny how pranks get more views than actual, like...
We
Yeah.
pranked this guy into thinking he was on a podcast
You know
for
what I-
20
by
minutes.
recording an hour and 15 minutes of podcast.
Well, you know what I've noticed in the three things we've talked about with him: your toe, the chess, this podcast. You seem to think there's an ulterior motive to everything.
Yes,
That's
what
good.
is it you guys are after between my kiss caps? No, I'm just kidding.
Are you into conspiracy theories?
Yeah, I totally am. There was actually a private event outside the Galleria today, and it was Victoria's Secret. I totally tried to just kind of wander in and just, bump into Victoria herself. No, seriously, I was just like, hey, yeah, I'm here for the drinks and the snacks. And they were like, no, this is completely private. What are you doing here?
Wait, do you think private events are a conspiracy?
I was going to make the connection.
Well, in a public area, a private event is, to me, conspicuous.
Oh, that is okay.
Why is it?
Is it
why
more or less conspicuous than walking down the streets of Glendale with a bandage around your toe?
It's about even. My friend asked me, he's like, hey, you can't honestly be in, he was like working in a store, he's like, you honestly can't be in a store right now because you wrapped your toe. I was like, dude, I'm sorry, what can I stopped, and in my mind I went through the process. I was like, would I apologize to someone for stepping on a piece of glass? No.
Yeah.
It's completely
You
biased.
apologize to the glass like you
I
apologize to the
apologize
computer.
to the glass.
Yeah.
that's
Exactly.
true.
I was like, I broke something.
When did the
here.
glass thing happen?
The glass thing was like three nights ago, but at the hospital I was like, they were looking at the cut and they're like, when did this happen? I was like, oh, a night or two ago. They're like, this wound doesn't look exactly like that happened. I said, well, when I first came in, when it first happened, you said it didn't look like anything. And now you're telling me it looked like it didn't happen 2 days ago. I said, well,
Wow.
I'm caught here. I don't know.
I mean, you are distrustful of things. Things are distrustful of you.
Yeah.
Wait, what would they have been able to bust you on? I mean, what?
I don't know.
What's
Because
their end game?
people get off on just feeling good at going to, it's. I don't dive into all that stuff. Those are really dark and cold places, guys. Stepping on the
Right.
wrong picture frames.
Question:
I'm
What?
so confused.
What is? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. What is the most? What is the wildest conspiracy theory that you genuinely believe? Wild, according to like blue-pilled people.
Or what has been proven or disproven just in
something
my lifetime?
something that
maybe?
you believe truly,
Right.
but that the majority of society thinks is crazy.
Okay, I don't like to leave things lingering like that. I like to close books on stuff. I formulate my own views. That's a conspiracy to some. But yeah, like aliens or whatever, I always just go, okay, there must be, and that
Sure,
closes
sure.
conversation. But in my lifetime, what have I actually seen, proven, or disproven? For one thing, I think it's conspiracy technology.
Mhm.
Because we look at skateboards, in my entire life, they didn't have a single motor on a skateboard. No one thought of that until just 2 years ago. I mean, that's a multi-million-dollar idea.
You think there was a conspiracy keeping
the
the engine off the
It must have been
skateboard?
copyrighted and just no one talked about it. Poof, one day there's motors on the
But I think
skateboards.
I think what happened is battery technology really increased a lot in the
Yeah.
recent past.
No, but come on, you can stick a motor on a bicycle. You can't stick one on a bike. Since like Leonardo
Or
da
on a
Vinci had
skateboard.
like a motorized bike, didn't he?
But honestly, and maybe this is deeper conspiracy, he never skateboarded once.
He never put wheels on a board. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but what do you think would benefit them
Right, who's benefit,
in
yeah.
in delaying the skateboard technology until
Right.
right now?
Some guy, whoever invented it, had a conspirathetical. I just made up that word.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
Coincidentally, a copyright in the back of a patent or something from in his family's name, and then he just busted it out at the right time. That's
But why wouldn't he bust it out earlier to make more money earlier?
Exactly. It's a conspiracy.
Wait, no, not exactly.
No,
exactly.
No,
Joke's on you.
It just
Joke's on you. Checkmate. Checkmate, dude.
Well, honestly,
Yeah,
I should
game's
just
over.
You know what I feel like doing? No, I mean, I want to close the subject, but I feel like just slapping a motor on everything until I hit it off big.
Oh.
And
Yes,
motors
so.
are so cheap. If I take $1,000, I'm getting 9 out of 10 are gonna fail.
Right.
1 out of 10, someone's gonna be like, "Oh, a motorized soda can."
Wait,
I got an idea for you.
You think with $1,000 you're going to create many different businesses where on motors on stuff?
I got an idea for you. Slap a motor on an app that plays chess with you.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
A computerized chess app on crack or speed.
Yeah, or on a hat that pushes it up like this.
A little billboard.
Kiss catcher.
Oh, the next new thing is advertisements
time.
on baseball caps. Billboard
Oh,
hats.
those would be cool.
where you add-
LED hats.
Not a
But
bad
it
idea.
moves. It
That's,
moves.
And
that's
you
cool.
pay people
Yeah.
to wear your brand. That's not a
Sure.
bad idea. That's
yeah,
honestly
that's
not
actually,
a bad
that's a good idea.
Because
You
cars
should-
have that right now.
Cars have
like
it, yeah.
A lot of Uber cars in LA, if you don't live in a big city, they have like billboards on them now, and,
Yeah.
and they're like reprogrammed and stuff. They're like little LED things.
But honestly, I think it would go the way of the subway guy because we're not perfect.
Right.
And then next thing you know, someone it's like a
Wait, the
mixed
subway
mix and
guy.
match.
You mean like the
child
fuck
molestation?
kids?
He did the
Nobody's
right thing.
perfect. At the end of every life arc, you eventually do molest a kid.
Someone picks up a porn magazine and then they're sponsored by the wrong company, right? Like we can't mix our sandwiches with porn.
No, I think you're not getting the narrative of the Jared Fogle story exactly. It wasn't just
but-
that he was looking at porn.
Yeah, it was a big thing. Yeah, no, that's true. But companies, honestly, in reality, no conspiracy. They get in trouble for stepping on each other's toes. So one guy wears a baseball cap.
You know all about toe stuff.
For a car company, and next thing you know, this guy is a professional skateboarder, and they go, no, we can't mix and match because there's motors on these skateboards. Like, no, seriously,
Right.
stuff like that. But
Okay,
yeah.
wait. So who are you? Where are you headed to right now?
I'm actually just headed down the road. I was gonna go to a Goodwill and try to pick up some warm clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, for the winter time.
Right.
I'm getting excited about Thanksgiving coming up, so
Okay.
I'm
Wait,
looking.
you going home for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm looking on planning a little Thanksgiving. Not planning, but I was invited, or I'm typically invited by my friend's mom to her house for Thanksgiving, and
Okay.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Where are you
Okay.
from?
Well, Thanksgiving has already happened
Yeah.
when this comes out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh my God, you're gonna blow people's minds.
I know.
I think it's like
That's the conspiracy. He's talking about next year's Thanksgiving.
Actually,
So-
incidentally, I was born here, and that you mentioned Thanksgiving 3 times in my life. I think Thanksgiving has fallen on my birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, so sometimes I don't get any presents. I get a big
A
turkey.
cornucopia.
I get a turkey dinner, and they go, "Happy birthday! Sorry, we forgot to give you presents." And I go, "If you didn't tell me anything, I wouldn't even know I turned an older age, or I wouldn't even know I had a birthday."
How old are you?
And they'll sometimes put candles in the turkey. No, I'm just kidding. For
Yeah.
a turkey.
How old are you?
I'm actually 27.
27.
Oh, okay.
And what do you work? What do you do?
I'm self-employed. I haven't found work for 6 months or so. I've ventured to make some money, just pet sitting, and my grandma was helping me start like a personal grocery shopping business. But
What type of stuff are you interested in long term?
I guess right now my interests are more broad. They're not really. I'm not really materialistic at this point in my life. I'm more focused on less on making money, more on traveling before I reach a certain age, where I feel like I'll be missing out on the adventures that I want. Let's say in my 30s or 40s, I don't feel the same in my 20s traveling.
Sure.
And I've always wanted to like grow a beard and.
That's an adventure.
It's going on right now.
Yeah, it's happening. Like we're here right now.
The
It's
adventure
happening.
begins.
I guess totally. Like the comic strip, Dr. Brandon Watson.
That's kind of funny though. Like, what do you do for a living? You're like, listen, I'm not really materialistic. I'm trying to grow a beard right now.
I'm pretty chill, you know.
Mostly what I'm doing. My goal, what am I interested in long term? I guess a beard.
Aside from fighting this computer, no, I'm just kidding. This computer. Yeah, no, I play pool. I like to bowl. I was gonna ask what kind of interesting topics was the general. What were you guys?
The
into?
general guest.
Yeah.
I mean, it changes depending on who we're talking to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're picking up guests.
We have we have a little Phil's coffee story.
Oh, that's true. We could tell.
Yeah, let's tell that.
Are you talking about the tantalizing blend?
Yes, the Dream Blend.
This is a little bit of Glendale trivia.
Glendale trivia.
As it pertains to Phil's Coffee. Now,
And it happened with us too. We were at
is
Phil's
that right?
together
We were
because
together?
you were excited to have your first.
Right. So
Okay.
I'm from the Bay Area, and what's your name again? Brandon.
Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon. I'm from the Bay Area where Phil started. So I've been going to Phil's much longer than it's been in Los Angeles. And when it came down, I was very excited to go in there and get my favorite blend, which is the Turkish blend.
Turkish blend.
And I walked up and I was like, hey, can I get a large Turkish? And they were like, we don't do Turkish here. And I was like, oh, okay. You don't have it? And they go, no, we have it. It's just called Tantalizing Blend, only at the Glendale location because of the Turkish genocide.
It's heavily
Yeah.
Armenian here.
It's a very Armenian neighborhood.
So you're getting something a little extra in your coffee.
That's right.
Some politics.
Yeah.
It's an Armenian neighborhood, and the Turkish people committed genocide against the Armenian people, or at least so the Armenians claim. Although I'm kidding about that.
It's like the 13th floor in a building. They don't mention it.
But it is.
No, you can pass
go
by.
ahead.
Go
No,
ahead.
it is an issue though. The Turkish people haven't admitted to it, and they haven't apologized, right?
You can go. Although they seem like they want to be on the
You guys
show.
want to talk to us?
Okay.
It's all right. All right, take care.
Very afraid of it. That guy's more afraid of technology than you are.
Yeah.
So just quickly, the Turkish people committed a genocide against the Armenian people, but the Turkish people have never apologized or admitted it.
But I thought it was weird because, like, I'm Jewish and I don't not want German chocolate cake.
Right, I
don't
know.
want it to be like, you know.
But I guess amends have been made. And
I
with the Turkish
guess
people,
so.
amends haven't been made. And I think it's just different.
But it does seem weird that, I mean, Turkey is
I
a
know,
place.
I know.
Yeah.
And it is there.
It is definitely feels like erasure in a way of where the
Well,
blend
guys,
came
I
from.
don't mean to butt in, but I hope none of this cuts into my Thanksgiving just because of the name coinciding with it all.
What name?
I guess I don't know what you're
I
doing.
don't-
Sorry. I must be turkey. And
Oh,
yeah.
got it,
Okay,
got
so
it.
That would be kind of funny if you went to Thanksgiving and they were like, we're having tantalizing dinner.
about turkey. What are we really looking for here? No, exactly.
All right, Brandon, we're going to thank you for being
Yeah.
a guest. We're going to
Yeah.
pay you $1 and give you a sticker. Thank you so much for sitting down. It was
Yeah,
really
we
a pleasure.
appreciate
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was fun to talk
This
to
will
you.
be in my blog that no one reads. so-
Okay,
Cool.
Cool.
Well,
Check
you
it
can
out.
plug your
Plug the
blog if you
blog.
want.
Okay.
You can plug
It's on
whatever you want.
chess.com.
Chess-
CHEST.com.
Check it out. Precision, PRESIZHEN 2 on chess.com. You'll see
Okay.
an
Oh, that's
awesome
his name on
blog.
chess.com.
great.
Go play him.
Are
Yeah,
you
play it.
anywhere else online? Instagram or Twitter? Or anything?
Online, my Instagram was actually hacked by some Russians.
But your Twitter account is Motorize Everything, right?
But it
At
only follows
Motorize-
porn stars, and I like sandwiches. so-
All right, cool. All right, see you, brother.
See ya, Brandon.
Nice to meet you.
Good
Nice to
luck
meet
with
you.
your toe.
Yeah, take care. Bye-bye.
Avoid glass.
Have a good day. What a great guy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked him.
I liked him.
Very difficult to understand where he was going, and I like that.
Yeah, he had a vibe, you know?
Mhm.
He's kind of like handsome.
Yeah, he's kind of handsome, yeah.
He reminded me of Hoodie Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
You know who that is? He's a rapper.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
Well.
Oh.
I thought you were like doing a roast joke.
No.
Like, look at Hoodie Allen over here. You know, kind
like
of a
Woody
thing.
Allen, but a hoodie or something.
Yeah, he had a thing.
He had an interesting energy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked him. Yeah.
Couldn't tell if he was. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot we couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But all right,
That's kind
I
of
mean,
interesting that you sent him on his way in a time when there was absolutely nobody close to walking by.
Well, no, I think we're good.
Oh, the podcast is over?
I think we might be done.
Oh, I just got here.
Well, let's wait for another guest.
I wanna
have
do
one more
another guest,
We'll
but
have another
actually-
guest. No, we'll wait for another guest.
Do you have anything you want to talk about specifically?
Oh, like with you guys? Or
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
am I trying to plug things? Or
No.
No.
Anything.
Oh,
Anything.
what do I want to talk about?
Anything on your mind?
Oh, I've been trying to figure out a new way to write stand-up lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been happening.
What are you changing?
With your feet or something?
What? Yeah, with my broken toe feet, with my glass toe feet. No, just like, I'm 20 years into stand-up.
Yeah.
And my whole career, I've just sat around and waited for material to pop into my brain, almost fully formed.
Right.
I've never kept a notebook. I've never written anything down.
Wow.
I've never recorded a set.
What?
And my output is slowing down as I get older. And so I'm like, maybe I should like sit down and write material, but I've never really done that before. I've always just sort of like waited.
So you're revisiting old stories and stuff in your life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
sitting
smart.
down. It was
Hey, you want to talk to us?
It's very
No problem.
painful. Very painful.
Yeah.
Painful process.
Hey, you want to talk to us? No problem.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hated you.
Well,
Hated you.
I mean, this is a big part of the show.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
people hating
Oh,
you?
yes.
Yeah,
What's the
very much
worst
so.
thing you guys have ever had happen?
Hey, you want to talk to us? No worries. Yeah. The worst is the no acknowledgement because
Oh.
it happens a lot, and it's like you don't even exist.
Well, let me tell you guys a little something. Let me
Yeah.
tell you a story.
Okay.
I used to be my first job, I was a mascot. I was
Really?
dressed in a bear costume
Wow.
at UC Berkeley, and I would
Oh.
pass out flyers.
We went there.
We went there.
You
Well,
both
we
went to
did
UC
we did
Berkeley?
an episode there.
Oh, got it.
Hey, you want to talk to us? No worries. Just walk by.
Okay.
That was so
She doesn't even
stressful.
understand a podcast. It's straight out of the 70s.
That was.
She's like, I don't even. Where's Studio 54? So I passed out flyers in a bear costume, and there was, I probably won't get into what it is,
Right.
but there is a exact racial hierarchy of who would and wouldn't take flyers from a man in a bear costume.
Really?
I mean, there were certain races who you could count on to completely ignore you 100% of the time. It was very interesting and undeniable because you're the bear.
Right.
So the statistics, at least in Berkeley,
Uh-huh.
the statistics seem.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, and racially for us, black people are much more likely to sit down.
is
Yeah.
that right?
100% of the
They
time,
love
yes.
our show.
They
That's
really,
so
it's just,
interesting.
they're much more happy to
Specifically men.
Specifically black men. They're really into it.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, with something we've noticed.
Interesting. That is not who would not take the flyers. So there you go.
They like flyers and they like podcasts.
I don't know. I'm just saying. These are things I noticed.
Hey, you want to talk to us?
Oh, she's on her own podcast.
That's interesting.
Oh, I'll talk about that. That's my least favorite thing in the universe.
Streaming into your
FaceTiming
phone.
on.
FaceTiming in public.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Speakerphone in public. And I have this strategy that I've been trying to work up the courage to employ for like a decade, but
Yeah.
I've never been able, since people started doing it. Oh, by the way, I won't say this either, but there is also a racial hierarchy of who's more likely to talk on speakerphone on their
Sure.
phone. But at any rate.
There's also just a racial hierarchy in general.
Oh, yeah. Jews at the top. Right underneath the Jews are the tantalizing people. And then everybody else.
And everyone else.
I want to, when someone's on the phone or FaceTiming in public at a restaurant, I want to put on Spotify really, really loud and just start listening to tunes, like to bother
Right,
their
so
phone.
using it in the same way. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
to-
What,
yeah.
like Jewish folk music?
Anything. That's a good idea. I was thinking, somebody asked me what the best song I thought would be. I was thinking, you know that Pink song, I'm coming out, so you
Yeah,
better
yeah.
get this party started.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be kind of good. But like if you could do it loud enough, it could disrupt their phone call. And what could they say? Like, I'm on the phone here?
Right.
Right? Because
Right.
they're doing the same thing. I hate
Right.
that. That's my.
Right.
Oh, these guys look.
Hey.
Do you have children
Yeah,
on?
a lot. You guys want
Hey.
to talk to us? You guys want to be on our podcast?
We'll
No,
give you $1.
You get paid $1.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
that's
We
enough.
do usually have children on. All right. Well, you know what? We've had our fun. We've had some good guests, and I think that's about it for the episode.
So does
Yeah.
the special guest usually only get to talk to one guest?
Sometimes the special guest doesn't talk to anyone, but
Ouch.
this time it just didn't. Not enough people sat down, and that one toe guy really took up a lot of time.
I liked him, and I
Yeah.
wanted more.
Yeah,
But
do.
I like you guys,
We like you too.
and
I
I
like
want
you.
more.
Moshe Kasher, very funny comedian. He's got specials on Netflix. He's got his own podcast
The Endless
And
Honeymoon podcast.
that will be bleeped, unfortunately, because you are our
Oh,
competition.
no.
Yeah.
Wow, it's not even a similar concept.
I know, but it's just
We're
taken.
friends.
I know, but it has to
Yeah,
be.
but chess.com makes it to air, but the Endless the Bleep Bleep Honeymoon podcast
Yeah.
doesn't.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
thank you. It was so fun.
Of
Yeah.
course.
We
Thank
got
you,
great
Moshe.
specials on Netflix. Go check them out. And thank you guys for watching.
We'll be back next
We'll
week.
be back next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Here's a quick clip from the bonus Patreon episode.
You guys want to talk to us? No problem.
That I
That's-
didn't like.
now you
Whatever
know-
you did, I didn't like.
What I did?
Yeah, it was just like 14-year-old girls walking by. You're like, hey, you want to talk to us?
Okay, I guess I hear you. But you know what? We've talked to lots of 14-year-old girls, and some of them I hang out with a lot now.
Oh, that's kind of okay.
Outside
Now
the
I'm back
show.
on board. That's
Yeah, some of
actually
them have
cool.
become my closest friends.
Oh, wow, that's cool. You need friends, right?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
And I have some experience with podcasts, and it's very cool. I admire those who.
What's your experience with podcasts?
I'm a dating and relationship coach.
What?
So
You
I've
have to
been
talk to
on
us.
a couple.
Sit
He
down.
has a dating and
Well,
relationship
well,
podcast.
I
by the
do.
way.
I actually
Yeah.
do. Me and my
Yeah.
My wife and I do a podcast together where we give live relationship advice. Now, what qualifies you to be a dating and relationship coach?
Well, I'm certified, trained by the Gottman Institute.
What's the Gottman Institute?
Well, if you're giving relationship advice,
we're comedians. We're not professionals. We just make fun of people.
I see.
Is it Gottman, like G-O-T-M-A-N?
G-O-T-T-M-A-N-S?
But it's like Gottman.
Like if you're a woman, you're trying to find a guy to date. Yeah, it's like.
Well, I've never thought about that, but that kind of fits.
Have you
in
really
with
never
what
thought
they
about that?
do.
Never thought about that.
Gottman.
That's like my
well,
first
his
go-to.
wife is definitely Gottman. Yeah, they're research and scientific based, and they have a model that works.
And they have a certification program?
They have, for therapists, but they allow coaches and counselors who are not therapists.
I should straight up take that course.
That'd be cool. You really should.
That might do that.
Yeah, it's.
Why not get certified?
That'd be really. That'd be funny.
I'm actually interested in this.
Yeah.
Their theory works.
What are some of their theory? Like what? I don't know. What do you look for?
Well, they have a model, and it's called the relationship house theory, and it's 7 levels, and the 2 pillars are trust
discs?
and commitment. So let's just imagine a house.
Trust
the
and
pillars are trust and commitment, and the 7 levels are. Let's just go with the first bottom 3.
Bean dip.
7-layer dip. It's not a 7-layer dip. But that's a good one. Add your own tortilla chips, and you got yourself a good long relationship.
Sure. Yeah. What a great episode.
Hey, yeah, yeah.
Go check out Moshe's stand-up comedy specials on Netflix and his podcast, The Endless Honeymoon Podcast. Or check him out in an extra 30, 40-minute bonus Patreon episode that's going to come out on our Patreon. Mm-hmm. And thanks for watching and listening. And do we have anything else to talk about?
No, I don't think.
What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh, I fell down the stairs in a New York old house and ended up in the basement cellar when I was like 3, and I hallucinated that monsters were coming out of the walls and getting me on the ground, and my knees were all bloody.
Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye.
Go check out our... Oh, there's going to be a little clip from our Patreon episode. We'll put a minute in here or something.
Oh,
So
we
you
already
can-
did that.
Okay, bye. Oh, it already had happened?
We already did that.
It happened.
Yeah.
Bye.
Podcast, but outside. Yeah, it's a podcast that's outside. These 2 men ask you questions. You won't regret it if you met them outside.
Oh, you saw it come out?
Yeah, I saw it
Did
come
you
out.
nut super hard?